let's push on and see what we can see. Convoy defense battle large. They are promising carriers and helicopter cruisers. And okay, let's generate the battle. So because we haven't got carriers, are they really going to give us carriers or not? Sorry, them carriers. Okay, so we've got American intelligence at high, and we've got, our crack admiral who exceeds his command check. It says the enemy forces in the battle are 5 destroyers, even though they've got carriers and whatnot in the area. So, I mean, that would be fine. 2 heavy cruisers and destroyer. I would want to add some more destroyers, but actually we don't seem to have any, so perhaps that needs sorting out. But I can add an extra heavy cruiser. So I'm going to add Prince Heinrich because it'll keep the force consistent. And yeah, so I'm going to accept this. Might be the wrong thing to do. Who knows? But let it generate its magic and see what comes up. Attack enemy ships, of course. And here we are. So here are my boys. Are they all on top of each other? Looks like it. So defend the convoy while limiting damage to own ships. Well, I mean, that's always good advice. Presumably this is, yep, that's the convoy. There are some Japanese, I forgot to draw attention to it, but there are some Japanese support forces available. Let's just go round. So if I just hide my face, you can see the wind here is from the northwest going down to the southeast. The weather is clear, light breeze, 29,000 yards, 5,000 at night. Let's just set that to ultra fast. The time is 7:30 in the morning. Dusk will be in 10 hours and 40 minutes time, so 640. This is an 800-minute battle. So yeah, okay. Not sure there's much else to do. Oh, well, that's interesting in terms of where it thinks to put any kind of search pattern. Let's just, oh, that actually is Hamilton Air Base in Bermuda. Okay, well, that's helpful. Where would it like to send? Okay, it wants to send it that way. And then what about, whoops, let's cancel that. And what about my flagship? It wants to go that way. Okay, so slightly divided opinion as to where to search. Since we're actually heading downwind to the southeast, I think that's true. If I zoom in, yeah, we're heading that way, then presumably the convoy is on the wrong side. So let me just sort out some searches. There's a submarine, one of ours. And it's an SSG. Good to see. I don't think, no, there don't seem to be any others around at all. No, just the one. Still, everyone's a help. So yeah, let me just do search patterns and see what we can see. I'd forgotten, do we actually have helicopters? But we do. Okay, I think we've got 4 helicopters ranged out to about 100 miles. So that would look like that, which, would help. And then, oh, actually, before I forget, the good thing here is that because Bermuda is nearby, I can ask for land-based cap, which I'd like very much. Thank you. So I've asked from Bermuda a 500-mile 2-phased search. Also asked for medium cap. I assume that means cap over me, not cap over Bermuda, but who knows. And yeah, it maybe if the enemy forces are only just destroyers, it may be a lot closer in than 500 miles, but, you know, always good to know. So I think that's all we can do from this point. So let's just... God, it feels ages since we've had a good old-fashioned battle. I mean, so yeah, let's just press number 9. Japanese cruiser division was leading itself. It's been set to independent. Well, that's great for them wherever they are. Well, hang on one moment. That seems to have been a lot going on all at once. Let's just see what's happened. So, reconnaissance taking off from Halifax and Hamilton. Line 3, that's my cruisers, spotted by enemy aircraft instantly. And also the Japanese light cruisers as well. Let's see if we can see. So that's the Japanese Division 14. And this is Light Cruiser Division. Let me see if this appears in... Yes, it does. So, all right. Let's forget the divisions. It's a light cruiser and a destroyer. I mean, fair enough. I don't want to poo-poo. 17, so 6 5-inch guns, 17 heavy, 5 medium, 13, 3 heavy surface missiles, some mines, which are neither here nor there. Sadly, no helicopter, no aircraft, fairly weak armor, so not that interesting. Meanwhile, the destroyer is very old style. 8 5-inch guns, 4 heavy surface. Okay, so, you know, they both have a little bit, which is fine. Compared to us, with our mighty 10-inch guns and stuff like that, they don't really hold a candle. Let me just bring this up. Yeah, 6 10-inch guns, 4 3-inches, plenty of AA, 2 heavy SAMs, 2 medium SAMs. So, yeah, these are really... Oh, that's a bugger, isn't it? Yeah, these are really air defense cruisers for the aircraft carriers. I might have to send them back to Western Europe and substitute different sorts of cruisers. But let's hope, just for the moment, that that's not really a problem. If I go for... Let's put manual fire up. You can see that our destroyer has 8. The Japanese cruiser has 2, which is nice. So we've spotted someone, apparently. 1 battleship and 1 destroyer. So let's see. Ah, okay. And they are over there. So let's see if they are really a thing. And also see, can we actually turn towards them? So yes, we can. Let's just check these guys' mission. Their mission is screen. I don't think 1 destroyer can really do much screen. Actually, I might set it to scout to push it out in front of the cruisers. And yeah, let's see what's the enemy is hit by a missile. Talk about fast action. Meanwhile, we are firing heavy SAMs at nearby aircraft. Well done, whoever fired that missile. I presume it was our Japanese friends. Very happy to see that. We really are off to a flying start. It's a bit intense. I've had to pause and get myself a cuppa. Cheers, everyone. So let's push this on and see what develops. No more reports after this first one. Perhaps this first one was enough. Enemy DD hit by a missile. Well, whoever is fighting these, firing these missiles, I applaud your efforts. There's the missile ranges, just reference. Okie dokie. Manual fire, we still are, well, we're inside the range, and they seem to be going away. Well, going away is not too bad. Obviously, there are these worrisome aeroplanes. They must have come from somewhere. Don't think. Well, no, there's no other reports. Oh, that reminded me. Just go back to here. So my submarine isn't appearing. Show. Yep. So they're all in range, but I mean, I've got so few missiles. In fact, the Japanese appear to have fired all of their missiles already to good effect by all accounts. So let's just see if we can chase down. I suppose we should probably up the speed if we're in chasey mode. Chase down these guys and see what's happened. Uh, Heavy SAM, one aircraft damage. Well, okay, that's enough. That'll teach them to show a bit of respect. What's going on here with these people? So it says that's the Japanese light cruiser. That's the Japanese destroyer. And this is another destroyer. Oh, okay. Is there more than one? I didn't think there was, but I could be wrong. Ah, just resolving itself. Okay. And more heavy SAM. Another aircraft destroyed. Now, I was a bit disappointed in the last war at the effectiveness of heavy and medium SAM. And it was pointed out, obviously reduced number of targets because the cap was so amazingly effective, and B, how many enemy aircraft actually were able to loose their weapons and cause a hit on my force. The answer varies between none and very little, and the implication being, if you're trying to avoid SAMs, then you're not going to be able to do a proper attack. But here we are seeing the heavy SAMs doing the heavy lifting and protecting this force really well. Okay. Nothing. Okay. Here's another report, this time of a destroyer. I'm going to up the speed to say 27 and see if we can find anything. Presumably this down here is the all-important Convoy, and they are steaming away, which is very wise. Right, this again is the Japanese. Yep. Oh, hello. Right. So, a Reno class. Let me see if I could get that. What are we looking at? So this is what I was talking about last time. Let me just zoom in here just so you can see properly. This is a very 1940s destroyer. 14 5-inch guns. Apparently 47 AA. That doesn't seem quite enough when you've got 14 5-inch guns, but what I know, 5 mediums, 5 lights, 6 torpedo tubes, nothing else. So, despite this being 1967, it's had no significant missile addition. Hooray! So that will help make it into a bit more of a fair fight. So yeah, if that's come to here, how far are we? So we're just beyond light damage on fire, obviously hit by a missile. We will come into range of that soon, hopefully. So recon, which is nice. So just within our range, and here a couple of ships. So remember the original report was 5 destroyers, so we've already got a light cruiser identified. I'm tempted to bisect between. So we've got a radar contact and this Reno here. We have this radar contact, but that's the Japanese who seem to be going far, far away. Can we? Yeah. Who knows what they're up to? So that's great. So we're just coming into heavy gun range. Oh, sighting range. Main guns. Oh, there's our main guns. Wow. 10 inches just doesn't get you as far out as you'd hope. And yep, still on fire. Still shifting it a bit. So let's put us in between. Enemy aircraft approaching us. Okay, good to know in a bad way. Yeah, jet attack. Whoops. So that's really close. What happened to all our various SAMs and all the rest of it? So we're back to identifying it as a Reno, which is nice. Don't know what happened to those enemy aircraft. Oh, here they are. Ah. Oh, so they're launching missiles at the convoy. Not happy about that. So even though they overflew us, which is an unusual thing, so we may have to come down to protect the convoy a little bit better. Where these are coming from, of course, is probably a moot point. Yeah, we've still only got those identified. So Cap takes off from Halifax. Halifax? Wow. I mean, how far away is Halifax? Just out of interest. So that's up here. 750 nautical miles. Yeah, I don't think that's really going to be doing very much. I'd much prefer the whole cap around here. So, and we've opened fire on the Reno. Well, that's fair enough. That's what those 10-inch guns are for. And we've hit them already. Wonderful. And again. Ah, you know, I mean, who doesn't love the missile age and the whole volley and mass saturation attacks? But there's something deeply satisfying about a bunch of 10-inch guns or other heavy caliber guns firing away, even if not with the greatest of accuracy. Let me just check on what our thing is. Wow, 0. What on earth is going on with that? So let's just have a look at the hit chance. Oops, sorry, I've forgotten to put it out. Silly me. So base is 2.3, crew quality targets aspect -20, radar plus, tech level plus, smoke interference -500. Right, that will be the whole thing. So I'm going to hold fire because at -500 that is not worth shooting at until we get a better angle. And do we know there's still heavy damage on fire? Have we started firing at them again? No, not yet. Firing heavy SAMs. I mean, for 10 knots, and I'm going 27, they do seem to be quite sprightly, I'm going to call it. Heavy damage on fire. Let's see if we can hit them now. Let's just take that off. Hits them first shot. Well done. Let's see. Okay, 5s and 4%. That's much, much better. So that whole smoke thing isn't a thing anymore. Walloping them a bit more. Oh, did that just slow? No. So yeah, what range are we at? 9,800 yards. Bang, 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 bang. Yep. Not enjoying that at all. Squiggling around all over the place. 5 knots. No knots. Right, well done, chaps. Let's just put a 10-minute break on that and go and find, there's part of the convoy, and that's the Japanese cruiser. So in lieu of any other reports, I'm going to send these guys, bring them down to 20 and get them to oh, right. Ow. Didn't enjoy that. So a missile from somewhere? No idea where. Is there an unidentified ship? That's the Reno. That's unidentified. It's not that. I don't think it's that. Well, let's assume that it is. And let's go manual. And let's shoot at this, whoops, unidentified ship. Fire one. Fire another. And then let's just pop in to our boy here. See, oof, 78 flooding and all of that kind of stuff. So we will take it off the AI, bring the speed down to 5, set the course towards Bermuda, and yeah, obviously it's the whole fire stuff and things. So someone, oh, I was going to say, someone's just, it was me. So it's gone, yeah, we'll fire at this, but actually we'll just hit this instead. Or is that true? Enemy targeting radar is locking on to shear. The shear is in the middle. I'm just gonna, whoops, didn't mean that. Let's have a look at this. Let's bring this back down to say 25. And let's turn it round. So I'm going to search 25 nautical miles in this kind of area and see what we can see with my helicopters. Still asking for the cap. Obviously not enjoying the whole targeting thing. Let's just see how these guys are doing. 48% damage. Flooding 50, so coming down. But obviously it's the fire can be the whole kicker here. Yeah, limits flooding. Let's get limits. All right, here come back various planes. Oops, that doesn't look very nice. So there's somebody, because I think there was somebody out here who hit my destroyer. And then here's another missile, but I only caught it, out of the corner of my eye. And here comes another missile zooming in. Fingers crossed, everyone. Incoming missile shot down by radar-guided medium AA. Outstanding. Well done, Shear. Bravo. But yeah, there's definitely someone out here who I cannot see. Tricky. Just checking my reconnaissance from Hamilton. Maybe I should just push it out an extra little bit. But, you know, nothing really in these zones. Okay, let's take it out 500 miles, these four. See if that produces anything. Because currently, nothing. How are you doing? Oh, well done. Flooding down to 0. Outstanding. Wow. Fire spreads. Fire reduced by damage. Well, I mean, now that they've got the flooding under control, hopefully they will get the fire under control. Wow. Really good, guys. Really good. Really impressed. I would shoot some more missiles, but I don't really have any targets. It's launching torpedoes. Well, you know, if you got them, flaunt them or something. Just shooting off its 5-inch guns and just enjoying a bit of target practice, and wallop, there go a whole pile of good old-fashioned torpedoes. What? It's like it's 1900 again. I mean, it is extraordinary, and they all missed. Even though it's a 67 and there'd be like homing torpedoes and all the rest of it. Just see, so we've only got the Reno as any kind of target. I think there's not really any point. I'm going to get rid of these reports because they're not providing any real information. So yeah, let's just carry on with all of that. I can't believe they all missed. Boom. Right, well, if we can restrict it to that, if we can get the destroyer back home, if we can look after this convoy, if we ever reach it, there's the convoy, then yeah, that would be great. So let's still having to deal with aeroplanes hovering around, being annoying. Fire extinguished. Wow. Oh, so the firing against the merchants again. Well, I'm sort of happy with that. Fire extinguished. Amazing. Yeah. It's what you get for, I was going to say great crew quality, but actually it's only at 0. But yes. Well done, chaps. Okay. I think we can push the speed up to cruising, but we'll still send it off home. Oh, a couple of merchants gone, probably. How? The merchants are so far away. I don't really understand, but let's push it up to 25 knots. See if we can get near. So I'm not enjoying this. So enemy jet attack fires at Gneisenau. Airborne ECM reduces SAM's effectiveness. Shear fires a couple of SAMs and misses. ECM reduces effectiveness again. Gneisenau fires a couple of heavy SAMs again. No hits. Yeah, not enjoying that at all. So you can see we're taking some incoming, decoyed by countermeasures. Okay, enjoying that. Overflown. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, that seems to be the end of that. Still no reports as to where actually they are. That's the Japanese. Weirdly, we can't actually see them. And this is the Convoy. So if we just click on ourselves, the Convoy is 32 nautical miles away. Let's see if we ever get close to them. Hello, there was some actual radar returns there. Ah, that looks like a convoy to me. Unknown radar. Yeah, but it's just the merchant ships. It's all right, chaps. Everyone relax. Nothing to see. There you are, merchant ships. So we may have lost a couple. Oops, here comes some more. Oh, they're just helicopters. Phew. Just check on my lovely little destroyer. Yep, still doing okay. I don't want to push it. I'll keep it going at 18 knots. So let's bring this down to cruise speed. Yep. Lots of, so there actually is the Japanese light cruiser. And just taking it, how are we doing for time? So just over quarter of the time. No, a bit more than quarter of the time gone. I suspect, a CV and another CV. So there you go. So a couple of CVs and 5 destroyers, a CV and 3 destroyers. Well, obviously, had I known that there were CVs around, I may have declined the battle. So that wasn't very helpful in terms of pre-battle intelligence. But I would be happy to exchange a couple of transports for an American light cruiser. Who are these two? Oh, okay. These are the Japanese. Okay. So I probably need to just drop down to like 12 or something, possibly less. Now I could go for here. We look at that. That is 74 nautical miles. Okay, so the temptation is to get DD2 to turn back, head towards the carriers, and fire off some missiles. It's at 143,000 yards away. The missile range for heavies, and it has 6 heavies, is 124. So it's not actually a million zillion miles away from getting into a launch position. If it had been undamaged, I would, without a flicker of hesitation, sent it upwards in that way. However, it's had serious flooding. If I crank it up to a decent speed, 25 knots or more, to try and get into a launch position, it tilts the survivability equation from possibly survive but might hit to probably definitely won't survive and only maybe hit. So I'm not going to. You may criticize me in the comments later. It yeah, just a little bit too far away, and the risk of opening up that flooding again just seems too much at this point. It feels like a lucky escape to get it back to Bermuda. Yeah, so And here comes Bermuda. I don't know where this convoy thinks it's going. Enemy aircraft approaching again. Wow. For a fleet that's just had an improvement in its EW, this is pretty catastrophic. So we have jet attacks attacking the merchants with glide bombs. Glide bombs? What, is this Russia or something? Airborne ECM suppresses SAM effectiveness. Shear fires 2 heavies. Miss. Airborne ECM reduces SAM effectiveness again. Prince Heinrich fires. Its heavies miss. Gneisenauer fires. Its heavies miss. Gneisenauer fires again. It misses. Gneisenauer fires its medium SAMs. Also miss. Heavy AA. No. Oh, none are available, so it's out of range. And then, yeah, it wallops Merchant 10 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So, yeah, that's fine. But, yeah, that's annoying because the whole point of bringing the heavy cruisers here was to give this force some protection. And it didn't protect it at all, despite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 SAMs all being launched against those 4 jet attacks, and they got away with 6 hits and not a scratch on themselves. So yeah, that's super disappointing. And then there's another one on Merchant 13. This time, Gneisenauer fires 2 heavies, destroys 1 and damages another. Then they get their ECM in. Prince Heinrich fires 2 and everyone misses. But also the bomb didn't hit. So at least we got 2 of those 4. But they, yeah, definitely did quite a bit of damage. Now, who is this? Oh, it's just the Japanese again. So let's just push it a little bit one at a time. More aircraft approaching. Again, they're all going for the convoy, I think. 4 heavy jet fighters start launching missiles. Again, we get some SAMs going, but don't hit anything. Yeah. A couple of ours take hits. Shear and Prince Heinrich all firing away. Boom. So, yeah. So this is going to turn the balance, sadly. I'm just going to see if I can get into the middle of this lot. See if that helps at all. You can see the convoy straggling out a bit. Obviously that's a gunner. No more reports since those 2 carrier, so that's another thing. Without our own reconnaissance, getting actual accurate reports on this stuff would have been very, very difficult. Just look how big those arrows, circular error probable of, well, if it carried on in the same direction, it'd be over here. Well, of course, there's no guarantee it would have carried on in the same direction at all. So, yeah. So there's us in the middle of the convoy doing our best to protect it. Here's, oh, that's one of ours. Not seeing, although we've requested this cap, not seeing any actual cap arrive. Let me just see if we can see what that red dot, oh, it's a recon, you see. More, oh, they're having a go at poor old DD2. Oh, come on. Wow. I mean, Talk about, you know, little ship all alone, not doing anything whatsoever. And then it just completely gets walloped. 3,000-pound bomb. 3 of them. Wow. Yeah, well, obviously, 1,000-pound bomb probably isn't a good idea. And look, it even managed to survive those, but with the fire, the flooding opened up. I am really disappointed in that, actually. Of course, now I regret not sending it after the carrier, but this is probably would have been its fate had I sent it after the carrier as well. At least this way it had a fighting chance. Possibly I should have sent it down to mingle up with the heavy cruisers and enjoy some of their air defense, but of course their air defense has been very hit and miss. But yeah, that's a real shame. I'm disappointed. This is my disappointed face at that. Farewell, DD2. Okay, this is obviously going to make it into a. Let's just switch back. Yeah, I hope we don't have to sort of spend ages being under air attacks that we can't really reply to, since obviously we actually have no missiles now. Yes, what happened to all the merchant ships? That's weird. Oh, there they are again. Yeah. Tricky. I mean, I'd quite like the merchant ships to come to Bermuda as well. But obviously, I don't have any control over them. As you can see, they're sort of intent in going into this south-southwesterly direction, whereas really they should be going west-west-north. Oh, well, there. I mean, I know it's not a panacea, but that's very welcome. Opposing forces too far apart. End the scenario. Yes, please. Yes. Let's do that. Let's zoom in for you and see. So, a German victory. Hooray. 27,000 points against just under 16,000 points. Sink 6 transports, which they failed, although they did sink 5 and a destroyer. So, yeah, painful, particularly the destroyer. Oh, that's really annoying. But that light cruiser definitely helped. Losses, 2 operational losses, 2 to AA fire, 4 in total. So that puts the lie to the various statistics about SAM hits and everything. Yeah. So, right, let's see if we can see where on earth. No, we don't want that. We want to go back to the map and have a look for the tracks with the force flagships. So, yeah. So we went off. So they had their little Reno around here and a little mini scouting force or something, and the little destroyer which zoomed off. And here they were at 12 and at 2. And yeah, they just kept on going north, which was odd. But yeah, that's where they went. And just checking, yeah, as advertised, 2 carriers, 4 destroyers, 1 with medium damage. Let us look at the ship details and just see how that worked out. So the Reno, 2 missile hits. Wow. So a couple of decoyed missiles, a heavy missile from the Japanese destroyer causing fire, and then 10-inch guns from us. Lots of 10-inch hits, good old-fashioned 10-inch hits. Still managed to reduce the fire. Another hit More hits. Still limiting the flooding, although the flooding, 110, that's very high. And yet, carry on pummeling. Carry on pummeling. Torpedoes launched at DD-Z24. I don't think Z24 was in the battle, or if it was, it wasn't anywhere near me. Yeah, I'm not. Here we go. So, yes, after it was already sinking, one of the missiles that DD2 launched against the other ship did hit here. So, yeah, that was a bit of a waste. And one missile hit here, and that missile was from the Japanese. So yeah, had I been able to hit this again, rather than the Reno getting in the way, then that would have been the end of it. I mean, as it is, it's only a 2,500-ton destroyer. It did pretty well surviving a heavy missile. I've lost ships to single heavy missiles myself. So let's exit this battle. Minor victory, but a prestige. And boom, Battle of Pear Rock, wherever Pear Rock is. So, two ships finished working up. Flight deck washdown, still eluding people. Friendly submarines lost one, failed to return from a patrol. Enemy merchant ship sunk 66. Okay, I'm cool with that, as opposed to 2 for us. So yeah, obviously that might annoy other people, like, I don't know, the French or something, but we are concentrating all of our submarines in primarily the East Coast, a few in the Caribbean. So that shouldn't, it's not like normally where you don't want to bring America into the war. America is in the war. So yeah, they've laid down a whole pile of escorts, which of course they're very welcome to do. Yep, more of them. Yeah, they've gone a bit escort crazy. Right, we'll leave it there. And yeah, thanks very much for watching that. Rush of blood to the heads to declare war. Still, a couple of months away from the first of the new carriers to enter service. If I look at the air groups, yeah, still not ready in the 2 air groups. They're going to be, 2-3 months away. I probably need to increase the numbers of these as well. So, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.